So I haven't vlogged in a really long time, and today is a day that I'm actually like leaving the apartment, so I thought I would take you with me, do some check-ins, maybe show you some behind the scenes and kind of what I do for the channel, for my Instagram, all that stuff. Just kind of hang out. Let's go. I put my shoes on like a child. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I guess I should tell you where I'm going. So you might notice that on my channel, it no longer says Style Apotheca, it says Christina Mejas. Yes, it's a silent C, that's how you say it. My choice, I'll take it. But I changed my name because that like Style Apotheca, I don't know, I think people might know me by that name now, but I just don't resonate with it anymore. And you know, I've done a lot of growing, a lot of changing over these past couple of years, so I think I'm just leaving that name behind. Since new name, new me, soon to be debt-free Christina, just thought we would take some photos, so I rented a studio and I'll be working with a photographer today. We're just gonna take some photos, you know, for the brand and for the internet. So Christina Mejas. I'll take my choice. Telemarketers really don't know how to say it, and it's fine, I'm used to it. Got all my outfits. Let's go. Can't pose. Nice. Wow, who knew I could be hot? That's a wrap. Shivani just left, so I'm excited to see what those photos turn out like. You know, my vibe is really not that sultry or sexy. To me, it feels really awkward, and I really sort of lean into my quirkiness and awkwardness, but Shivani was so good. She makes you feel so comfortable, and I am stoked to see how the photos turn out. Morning. It's been a lot of like fun and exciting things in this vlog because I got out of the house for the first time in like the longest time. So that was neat. Like a potato.
I just think they're neat.
I'm gonna make some breakfast. Okay, let's eat. Do I have beets in my teeth? I guess this can kind of be like a low-buy debt repayment check-in vlog. I don't know if I really want to call it low-buy anymore because it's just kind of like the lifestyle that I'm choosing to live nowadays. I'm actually really starting to like spending intentionally and really thinking hard about things that I want to buy before I buy them. And lately, I just have not really given a shit about anything when it comes to stuff. Actually, that's not true. I'm giving shits about like camera equipment. But in terms of like clothing, shoes, that kind of stuff, I really haven't felt tempted at all to buy or to want anything. I know I posted in my things I'm buying video things that I've had my eye on, and I've had my eye on a few things, but they've just sort of been like sitting in my cart or sitting in the bag. Actually, when it comes to things that I want, I'll show you how I'm sort of keeping track, because a lot of it I haven't really pulled the trigger on at all. I've had a few things that I've sort of had my eye on Poshmark and Depop and things, but I haven't bought anything yet. So I'll show you what I do. So this is a little spreadsheet that I have made. It's my 2021 stuff wish list. If you like the template, I can leave a blank one. Whenever I notice a brand, the item, the price, the date I noticed I wanted it, or like whenever I decided to update it in the spreadsheet, I just like write what I want, if I purchased it or not, if I purchased it the day that I purchased it. So the intent for this is to sort of pay attention to like, okay, I noticed that I wanted the Uncle Studios white turtleneck on my birthday, it turns out. If I purchased it, when was the time that I noticed it versus the time that I actually bought it? And I also just kind of sort of brain dump why I wanted the item. So a lot of this I'm like super into Allegra Shaw. I think I was watching a lot of her channel and I really love her style. So I think I was very heavily influenced by it. And like the most recent thing are some Patagonia SPF t-shirts. I'm gonna see if I can find these secondhand, but I am okay with buying them new if I decide to bite the bullet. The A. Goldie pinch jeans caught my eye in March. I like the high rise of the denim, and if I buy them, I wrote that I should declutter or sell 3 to 4 pairs of existing jeans to replace with one. Also, definitely boredom shopped, depressive episode. Yeah, that's true. So that's what I do to sort of pay attention to things, mostly clothing that I have noticed that I wanted, and just sort of how I keep track. And this to me is like a method of journaling in terms of why I want something. And if I'm willing to spend the money, like I've wanted this moto jacket from Acne Studios forever. I think it's a really beautiful oversized fit, very much my style. I've wanted it since 2017. Old me would have just bought this to have it and to say that I could have it, but I would have no net worth wealth. I would still be renting, even though my goal one day is to eventually own property and buy something. So this is too much of a chunk of my take-home income, of my overall wealth, for me to buy this right now. I sort of have this as a list of reminders and also lists of things that I've completely forgotten about. Like I forgot that I wanted this white tee. I forgot that I wanted this turtleneck. I forgot that I wanted this gray cashmere sweater. I saw a picture of Use Less, Senia from Use Less. I love whenever she wears her gray sweater. So this is nothing against Senia, but this just shows how easily you can get influenced by somebody. Her outfit inspired me wanting the gray sweater, but I was like, no, too expensive, and I just decluttered one. So this is, I'll turn back and speak to you guys. How about that? Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if you just saw my face? So this is how I keep track of things that I want. It just reminds me if like, do I think it's too expensive? Is it too expensive? Am I there yet in my debt repayment journey? Is it worth the buy? Or am I willing to budget for it later on? So that just is something that I do whenever I catch myself wanting something. If I remember to fill it out, that's the spreadsheet that I use. I think that honestly, the nerdier you get with some of these things, as tedious and annoying as it may seem at the beginning, it really does help, because it's just a really good tool to reflect and to see sort of where your headspace was at the time versus now. I find whenever I am really into shopping or find myself browsing, I'm like bored or sad or lonely, or comparing myself, even if it's, and sometimes I'll find myself comparing myself to a friend even, or someone who I find inspirational. And that's not really like in a negative way. I think it's like a nod to really liking their style, or there's something you find intriguing about that you might want to adopt for your own. But for me, what I'm really focused on is that I just don't need any of these things right now. So I'm kind of just learning to roll with how I'm feeling. But if it's something that is going to get in the way of what I know is really good for me, which is becoming debt-free, then that to me is a cue to start thinking a little harder about it and make the decision of whether or not, is this really going to hold me back? Or is this something that's reasonable that I can do that's nice for myself? Okay, well that got a little deep a little fast. But yeah, I just feel like in a good headspace. And I think the reason I feel that way is because something that seemed so impossible, like maybe a little under 2 years ago, now seems possible because I'm here. And I made choices along the way to actually get myself to this point where I'm almost there, we're almost at the finish line. And it's a place that I thought I would never be at, to be honest. So I think if you really are able to really visualize and see yourself in the place that you really wanted to end up, the closer that you get, the more you start to believe it and the more confident you get because of it. It's a lot of sacrifice and it's really, really hard. And for some of us, it's going to take us a lot longer than others. We're all in different places when it comes to this. But I think as long as you can honor yourself, even in the darkest times when you may really loathe yourself and be really disappointed with yourself and almost hate yourself the most. If you can get past that and see the potential of where you can end up and believe that you will end up there, I don't know, it's pretty life-changing. So that's where I'm at right now. Let me know if you guys want more casual sort of vloggy kind of check-ins. To be honest, I don't really vlog that much anymore because I literally don't leave the house. Like, I go to work, I come home, I work out, I edit, I eat, and then I do it all over again. So if there's something interested within that sort of sequence of events that you might want to see, then I will continue to do little check-in vlogs. Let me know how things are going for you guys. How's your minimalism journey going? Are you pursuing minimalism? How's debt repayment, low buy, whatever it is you're doing? You know, there's a lot of talking about myself here. I want to see how you guys are doing. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I want to like cheers you. I don't know why. Okay, cheers. Na zdrowie.